We are live at 7:15 on the dot. Thank you very much, Tina. We are live, she said. Let's see what Tina had to say.
We are
it's somewhere up here. We got a lot of people already going here. Hi, everybody. And she said, good evening, friends. And she says, welcome to my page. What a channel. What a lovely thing to say. And then she says, bet ya Thotty is gonna be late. Usually I am. All right. How is everybody tonight? Welcome to
if you go down, I have no room to talk though.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure we were on time. I even didn't grab my hat. I'm going natural tonight. What up? So welcome to A Dream of Streams. Our Winds of Winter predictions. And I have too many things opened up at the moment. So let me know if I go robotic because I'm trying to get this page to load. With us tonight, we have my partner in crimes, Jayne Theory with us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Woo! And above her, we have, according to Christie, how close are you to your hours, Christie?
I have 76 hours to go.
That's all?
That's it.
That's it.
70. So we got like 16 people on here right now. If everyone here after this stream watches Play All, you'll get it tonight.
Well, I don't know how it calculates because I had a live stream on Saturday. I don't know if that's calculated yet though, because I don't think it has.
Updated.
It usually takes about a day or two.
Yeah. So I figure.
Yeah, depending on what time. So let's see who's in the chat. We have Mason, and Mason was asking a question right off the rip. Mason said, hey, Sporkerz News Podcast, are you planning on going to the Fandom Menace meetup? I'm trying to. I don't even know what that is. Anybody? Anybody?
No.
Bueller? No? Yeah. I've heard rumbles about it, like in Florida. Like Florida, maybe?
I heard of something in Florida, and I know everyone who's going to the thing in December was going to try to meet, but that's all.
What thing in December? What, Star Trek?
Yeah.
Is it Star Trek?
Vegas.
All right. What is that, in Vegas? Yeah, I'm going to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a poor boy. All right. Thank you. And we had Tina. Tina, one of my amazing channel members, Brutal Morningwood, is here. And I'd like to say hello and thank you to all my channel members. So YouTube graced me with membership. You could just go to my main page, hit join, and you can, as low as a cup of coffee a month, you could support a spork. You know, why support the children when you could support me? So I like to thank Larry, Emotionally Unstable Amphibian, Culture Casino, Tina Bojan, according to Christie, Rousa Eisa, Lady Tauriel, DoLiFiEd, Nerd Cookies, and Toxic Man Flu. Thank you for being the original, the OGs the OSs of my membership. You are the original sporks.
I think Lady Tauriel was the first, right? I don't know if I was the second or third.
I believe it was either, hold on, let me look at the names one more time because I'd like to remember this. You were either Lady Tauriel, you and Tina and Rosa, I think we're all about the same time.
Yeah,
I could probably look it up, but we'll find that out later, though.
Well, so
there's more important things to talk about.
I know, but I want those emotes.
Those. You guys said. I just don't know what you want. Do you want like a hot pie?
That maybe that, but I want the Steven with eating a breadstick.
Oh, we're going those. Oh, I like this. I like this. I will work on that. If I can get the JPEGs, I will put those up tonight. I don't think I have all of those. We'll go with shirtless Steven. We'll go with Steven eating the breadstick. We'll go with a couple Stevens. I think all my shit's... Don't want to lose monetization for this one. All my stuff's going to be Steven. Hello, this is Lington Girl. Youth got this. You got this.
The Islington Girl?
I always screw up your name. I'm sorry. The Islington Girl. Is that an owl?
Looks like it.
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. It makes me think of, you ever see the movie? It was about a little mouse family and the rats of Nim were moving their house, and there was like an owl in that. Yeah, freaked me the frig out as a kid. Renier, how you doing? Hey, according to Christie, she doesn't say hi to me, but hey, oh, maybe there we go. Hail everyone, hail Robo Spork and panel. Yeah, not as Robo tonight, Rennie.
We'll see.
14 Barber.
We'll see.
We will see. We will see. 14 Barber up in this place. He's just jumping in because he's on the other side of the world, I believe. Guys, he needs like 2, I think, to maybe get to like a couple 200 subs. If you are not supporting 14 Barber, if you like conspiracy type stuff, ancient civilizations, things like that, you got to check him out. Him and Dega Outlaw have one of my favorite streams, and I haven't been able to watch it lately. Maybe I'll listen to some tonight before I go to bed. Adam Price says, I'm here for Glory Hole. Wow. I don't know what he's talking about.
It is a reminder, I've been here when it was Glory Hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some Glory Hole.
That was just wrong, Adam Price. I don't know what's wrong with you, sir. McKinney 90, great panelist on Saturday. It's McKinney, okay?
No, it's not.
He messed with me. It's McKinney.
Okay.
So McKinney 90, he was on our panel Saturday night. A great artist. Throw your own stuff in the chat, my friend. Make sure you guys check him out too. We have the Time Prophet, another great YouTuber. Please check him out. Pretty much everybody in here is probably a YouTuber or fans of the type of people we like. So please make sure you guys check those guys out. And we got some stickers. I didn't even see that. Hold on. Let me go back up. I am a boomer. Look, I don't even have to see what they are. This is a unicorn, because it's Culture Casino. The next one is a poop emoji because it's Christie. I don't even have to see them, and I know. Yep. Thank you, though. I really appreciate that, guys. There's Darren, like my father before me, up in this house. How are you, sir?
76.
Oh, there's a Dega. What?
He asked the monetization question. How many hours? For me,
she needs 76. Yes, 4,000 in a year. And you're past the year mark. So a year ago you lose those hours, and then you gain the hours from today.
I'm trying to get that with Lord Callus and Demogeni too. Lord Callus is a lot closer. He's about 3,700. So
wait a minute, Lord Callus isn't monetized?
No, he's not monetized.
Can I just say I have the best Sporkerz in the game? How am I monetized? I don't even know. I have no clue. Michael Jolin, what's up? Yes, people, I'm waiting for more people to come in. That's why we're taking our time with this. Please don't leave us. Culture Casino up in the house. As always, another partner in crime on our Saturday night, The Dump. Please check that out if you're not a snowflake. I want you to know, if you are a channel member, you will always be highlighted in the chat, or if you buy a super chat, you will definitely be highlighted, or a sticker. But if I miss you and you just have a regular one, I'm sorry. I try to get to every single one. Another monster. Relax, y'all. I am here now. Another monster. If you don't mind telling us, where are you located? I know you're a Swede, but where are you? Because next week I will be in Virginia for a little while. So if anybody's in the Virginia area, we can mask up and meet up for some coffee or something like that. So I'll allow you. I'll let y'all buy me pizza or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but when I think of Virginia, I think of Deliverance.
Squeal like a pig, boy.
You know that's gonna be clipped. You know that, right?
What? Is Culture Casino still here, son of a bitch? Hey, Miss Martin Muses, how are you? I hope everything is good. She is shouting out the old Christie. What?
Really?
Oh, hell. Or
what?
Or you could have Perry Chan listening in your chat. but not saying anything, and then tag you on Twitter. That's what he did to me and Tom.
First of all, if Perry Chan is listening, it's an honor. Okay,
Exactly.
I love Perry, and if he ever memed me, holy shit, that would be like as big as getting on Friday Night Tights for me.
I know.
That'd be awesome. And that was not me trying to pimp myself out for Friday Night Tights, because I have my own Saturday, The Dump. All right, Miss Martin Muse with a sticker, and I have no clue what the hell that is. Because what is it? Anybody? Bueller?
I don't know.
Fry?
I don't have YouTube
Fry?
set up.
Fry. Thanks a lot for all your help, guys. Jeez, it's a rose. It's a rose.
We should have guessed that.
It's a rose. Yeah. All right. Why does StreamYards not allow you, to like see the damn sticker? I can't stand that. I use StreamYards. If anybody has a better idea, I'm willing to pay like $20-$25 a month. OBS, I think people use, or something like that. I don't know. I've only used StreamYards, so let me know if you know. Thanks. Thank you, Tina. See, that's my member. That is my mod, right, Tina? You better be a mod. Yes. That's my mod, and that's a member of the channel. And I appreciate you, Tina. Thank you. And just for a cup of coffee, you could become a member.
Look at that sales pitch. That was great.
Thank you.
You should get a cup of coffee, though, and hold it up when you say that.
That's pretty good, Jayne.
The best part of waking up is walking in your butt. All right. So who's ready to read a little Alayne part 2?
You mean Jayne's Jayne's ready to read Alayne.
I read last week.
I thought we were finishing the other. I thought we were finishing it. Did we finish
No, it's Alayne. Okay. Alayne part 1, but Alayne 1, but we're doing our part 2.
Okay.
Why, you want to read?
No, I'm not volunteering.
Son of a bitch. All right. That's cool. That's cool. What, you mean this internet? Am I robotic? Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Spork. All right. I'm such an idiot.
Take the wheel.
Jesus, take the... I don't know the song. I wish I did, because that would have been awesome right now.
Jesus, take the wheel.
All right.
Oh, God.
So we're going to start out. Quick recap, really not a lot. Little Robin doesn't want to come and greet the Waynwoods and Harry the heir, because he thinks Harry wants him dead, which he probably does. So Alayne, Sansa, is running around the Erie down at the gatehouse, the Moon Gate, or what is it called?
Gate of the Moon.
Gate of the Moon, thank you. She's running around the Gate of the Moon looking for her Lord Father, Littlefinger, which is creepy, first of all, that she even does that, calls him that, even in her head. She runs into different characters, runs into Miranda. Miranda Royce, to me, seems like she was trying to delay Sansa from finding Littlefinger. And there is so I caught this after we finished last week. And let me know if I get any super chats or anything, because I am on the other page. Okay, so last week we read Miranda. She bumps into Miranda, just says she's looking for her Lord Father. She never says, I'm looking for my Lord Father because, Robin doesn't want to meet the Waynwoods and he needs to meet him. She just says, I'm looking for my Lord Father. She kind of like makes Alayne meet all these different knights, and some of the knights are more important than we actually talked about last week. But Miranda says this once the horns blow. She says, too late, Miranda said. They're here. They are here. We shall need to do the honors by ourselves. Last one to the gate must marry utter shit. Utter shit. So how does she know, though, that Robin isn't going to be there, That's why Sansa's looking for Littlefinger. Like, I feel like she gave herself away right there. And I think Robert's bastard, Maya Stone, is in her pocket. What do you guys think?
Is your mic on?
Oh, crap. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
Check 1, 2, check. Wiggity whack,
somebody-
wiggity whack.
Somebody just asked in the chat. So you said if we had a question, so I saw the
Oh,
question.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe somebody can answer my question about utter
It sounds
shit.
okay to me.
Am I RoboSpork?
No,
Oh, they're saying I'm RoboSpork.
I don't hear it. I don't know what they're hearing.
Unless they're just assuming I'm going to be RoboSpork.
Are they
Oh, he's
messing with you?
asking, did someone steal my mic? I'm not using my mic anymore for a while. Until I upgrade my computer, I'm using earbuds because I am plugging directly into the router. Because, I know technology. Anywho.
You switched it up and they were shocked. Like, where's all the stuff? The headphones are gone.
So, I know. I just spent like, $60 on those headphones. Don't need them. All right. So can someone tell me though, what do you think? Thank you. Sounds fine. Thank you.
Okay. What was the question?
What do you guys think about Miranda? Do you think she has some people in her pocket and she actually is trying to pause and make sure she gets to go with Alayne to meet this group of people?
I think so. My suspicion all along, and I don't remember much about Miranda, but just in reading this chapter, my suspicion is that she is trying to set Alayne up in some way. I don't know who she's working with. I don't know who she's working for or her motivation, but it does seem like she's trying to guide her in a particular direction. And that's the part I can't quite figure out.
Well, don't forget, she is in this chapter, in one of the chapters, the previous chapter that Alayne is in. I don't know if that's a Dance with Dragons or the one before that. She says twice that her father was planning on setting her up with Harry the Heir, but Littlefinger screwed that up. So that's one thing they're pissed about.
It is, and she, we know she's a social climber. That's her motivation, but her personal motivation, maybe getting back at Alayne's father somehow. But I don't know. It just seems like there's something more going on, having to do specifically with Alayne, especially if she knows who she is.
Mm-hmm.
That it may have to do with her family specifically for some reason, not just Littlefinger. Right.
Well, like I was telling you guys before, and let's see if I could share. No, I can't share two screens. Last week we discussed the horse face, how everyone kept saying the Wayne Woods were horse faced. So if you look at, and her name is Lady Jocelyn Stark, was the only daughter of Lord William Stark, and Lady Melanthal Blackwood. So she's part Blackwood, part Stark. She married to Benedict Royce and had children. According to Catelyn Stark, she had 3 daughters. One married a Wood, one married a Corbray, son of a bitch, and one married a Templeton.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to stop. I'm going to mute.
What are you laughing about?
You're robotic as hell.
I tried to push it. I went to 3 tabs. I thought I can get away with 3 tabs. I'll keep it to 2, everybody. Am I still robotic? Don't worry, Gato, Mr. No? Okay. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I know it was bad timing. God, I suck. Lost 3 people. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit like before you leave. You sons of bitches. So we have Catelyn Stark saying that one of the Starks, I believe it's Ned's grandfather's brother, married into the Royces, who then married into a Waynwood, Corbray, and Templeton. So that means the Waynwoods, how they all discuss how they have these long horse faces that Ned has, that Jon has, that Arya has. So in a way, the Waynwoods, Alayne is looking at her own family and doesn't even know it. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
I agree.
Okay, great. Glad you guys like that. I thought it was awesome that I found that, but whatever. Anywho,
Does she not know that?
Okay. She doesn't know that, I don't think. I don't think she does. So we're going to start when they get to the gatehouse. Let me know if I'm robotic or I get super chats or anything.
Okay.
Thanks.
No, before we go, Rennie, before you start, Rennie A is
I'm
like,
trying to...
Robo Spork in the house.
What?
What?
Lady Tauriel, thank you for being here. One of our great channel members. Thank you very much. And Lady Tauriel, if you want to be added to our Now Winds of Winter chat DM, let me know, because you finished the books in like a half a second. It was amazing how fast you read all those books. All right. So by the time they arrived at the gatehouse, both of them were red-faced and panting. Miranda had lost her cloak somewhere along the way. They were just in time. The porticles, whatever those are, you know, the thingies had been raised, and a column of riders, 20 strong, were passing underneath. At their head rode Anya Waynwood, Lady of Iron Oaks, stern and slim, her gray-brown hair bound up in her scarf. Her riding cloak was heavy green wool trimmed with brown fur, and a clasp at her throat by a Nelio brooch, in the shape of the broken wheel of her house. So really quick there. This woman has gray brown hair. When she's like up against Littlefinger, I forget what they call it, but she's against his control of the Eyrie. And he talks about waiting for her to die. But like, she doesn't seem to be that old, maybe in her 50s, I would say. So is he going to kill her off? Like Littlefinger, just waiting for her to die.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That could very well mean waiting until his plan to kill her is completed.
Right. Okay. All right. I think so too.
But I mean, you know, she has more gray hair than brown. Right.
I'm just thinking, like, if he needs her out of the way, he's going to end up killing her off. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to wait for her to die of natural causes.
No.
I just think that's ridiculous. All right. So Miranda Royce stepped forward and sketched a courtesy. Lady Anya, welcome to the gates of the moon. Lady Miranda, Lady Alayne, Anya Waynwood inclined her head to each of them in turn. It is good of you to greet us. Allow me to present my grandson, Sir Roland Waynwood. She nodded at the knight who had spoken. And this is my youngest son, Sir Wallace Waynwood. And of course, my ward, Sir Harold Harding. Oh, Harry the heir. Alayne thought, my husband to be. Oh, Harry, if he will have me. A sudden terror filled her. She wondered if her face would red. Don't stare at him, she reminded herself. Don't stare. Don't gape. Don't gawk. Look away. Her hair must be a frightful mess after all that running. It took all her will to stop herself from trying to tuck the loose strands back into place. Never mind, you stupid hair. Your stupid hair. Your hair doesn't matter. It's him that matters. Him in the Waynwoods. Sir Roland was the oldest of three, though no more than 5 and 20. He was taller and more muscular than Sir Wallace, but both were long-faced and lantern-jawed, with stringy brown hair and pinched noses. Horse-faced and homely, Alayne thought. Horse-faced? Stark? Whatever. Harry, though. My Harry, my lord, my lover, my betrothed. Sir Harold Harding looked every inch a lord in waiting, clean-limbed and handsome, straight as a lance, hard with muscles, men old enough to have known John Arryn in his youth, said Sir Harold had his look, she knew. He had a mop of sandy blonde hair, pale blue eyes, and aquiline nose. Joffrey was comely too, though. She reminded herself, a comely monster. That's what he was. Little Lord Tyrion was kinder, twisted though he was. I think that's actually the kindest thing she says about Tyrion in all the books. Even though he treated her like gold. So, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just there's so much disturbing about this entire internal dialogue.
Mhm.
It's almost as if she is truly trying to embody this person who she is not. She wants this life that's intended to be false. Like, I don't understand what she's thinking. I just don't. But it embodies why I can't stand her.
I agree. Is it like a Stockholm syndrome type thing? Scott, you're muted.
I'm back, everybody. So what I hate you all, not the people in the chat.
Me.
Just the
Yeah.
panelists.
Just the panelists, the people that show up every week. You sons of a bitches. I don't know. I think, is it a Stockholm syndrome? That's a good way of putting it. She has this tendency to, all right, she's believing what Littlefinger's telling her. Like, she believes she has to have him love her or even like her and marry her to get out of whatever she's in, even though it would take an act of the king or really the act of the High Septon to annul her marriage to Tyrion. So I still don't understand how they're ever going to come out and say she's Sansa unless Tyrion dies.
Well, I mean, look who's in charge of Kings. I mean, well, I don't know. I didn't think about that, but it's just I don't know. That's a good point. I mean, it's Littlefinger. You don't think he hasn't taken care of that, though?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was thinking, too. Do you think he has the Septon? Well, no, it's the High Sparrow. You think the High Sparrow is going to help him out?
Maybe. I mean...
Well, we don't know that guy's game plan, right?
Right.
There's something about the High Sparrow that I just don't... I can't put my finger on. A lot of people say he could be so many different people. He could be the missing Lannister. He could be I think I haven't heard that before, but I just said it. He could be Hallan Reed. I don't think that's it. There's some other people they say he could be.
Mm-hmm. The drunken guy who married Tyrion to...
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Do you know that one? Can you speak on that?
This is your idea, actually.
Yeah, I forgot that was my idea. God, I'm freaking smart. Yeah, I thought like Tyrion married Tysha. When he was like 16, he fell in love. They were married for like a fortnight, and when his father found out, Jaime was told to lie to Tyrion and say she was I don't know if my daughter's still down here, a whore. And he had his guard. Every single one of them took her the biblical way, unwanted, and gave her a piece of silver, and then made Tyrion go last and give her a gold dragon because a Lannister always pays his debts. So the Septon that married them, Tywin bullied and forced him into annulling the marriage. And I believe the High Septon is coming back for pay, has just, he was drunk that night. He hates what he became. He hated that he annulled the marriage just because he was scared. And he decided this became his penance, walking around, teaching the small folk. And he found his chance once Tywin died to destroy the Lannister family by becoming the High Sparrow. Boom.
That's a good. I like that.
It's really good. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that anywhere else. It may be out there, but I've never heard that anywhere else. So I don't know. That's interesting. It might be a kind of Stockholm syndrome. I think she is going to have to figure out how to beat Littlefinger at his game, I
she
agree.
just hasn't gotten it. Like she just doesn't seem to understand that there is a game. Like that's the problem with her. She's so lost and so
She's
stupid at the same time.
Like you think she would learn from her past mistakes, but yet she is actually like taking steps back. But I feel like by the end of this chapter, she takes a little step forward, being able to use her feminine side or sexuality to, woo Harry, because we're going to see here that he ain't too fond of her right off the rip. So let's take a look at that again.
I mean, liking boys is the easy thing for her. That's her thing. I guess that may be her strength.
Getting them to like her, though, getting them to like her when they don't like her, she doesn't have that ability. Yeah.
Growing up pretending to be a lady, well, being a lady, I think she could pick it up pretty quickly. Yeah. But it's just the politics, though. She still has so many potential enemies,
right,
including this Miranda girl, and Littlefinger, and the Lannisters are still out there. She needs to figure out her own plan of action, how she's going to take power, or otherwise it's going to be taken from her by any one of these people.
Oh, right. I mean, if you look at it, Arya is missing. She and maybe presumed dead. She's missing. All the guys are dead in people's minds. Jon is a brother of the Night's Watch. So she could easily, if she makes the right political moves, she could take the North. I mean, it's hers for the taking. But if she doesn't, it really is maybe the Waynwoods that could take it.
Right.
So I'm wondering, you remember the Mouse Knight? I'm forgetting his name, but he was in this earlier in this. He was like a little scrawny guy. I forgot he was in previous books with trying to get from the Emerald Isles, big ugly lady. Brienne of Tarth. Yeah. He tried to work with Brienne to find Sansa, and they were promised a bag of gold. Mm-hmm. And he brings up that bag of gold in this chapter. I think he knows who Alayne is. Wow. And I think once this tournament starts, he's going to try to kidnap her. Keep an eye on that, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to get more savvy. She's too vulnerable. She thinks Miranda's her friend. Like she should see this girl is up to something. This girl wanted to be here so she could meet the Waynwoods because she wants to be a highborn woman, and she isn't right now. She's from one of the lower junior House Royce's family branch, whatever that means. So let's read on a little bit and try to catch back up. So Harry was staring at her. He knows who I am, she realized, and he does not seem pleased to see me. It was only then that she took note of his heraldry. I can't say words. Though his surcoat and horse trappings were patterned in the red and white diamonds of House Harding, his shield was quartered. The arms of Harding and Waynwood were displayed in the first and third quarters, respectively. But in the second and fourth quarters, he bore the moon and falcon of House Aaron, sky blue and cream. Sweet Robin will not like that. So right there, he just painted that shield. Why? Because he didn't have time to do anything with his surcoat or his horse trappings that hang over his horse. They're still House Harding, but he took, now when you're looking at a shield, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 3 are two different houses, but 2 and 4 are the half of the shield, and it's all House Aaron. And that's only by his mother's mother is he Aaron. So is he like planting his flag saying, I am the heir? Like I should be in charge?
I think
definitely a subtle way of saying it.
Yeah.
Not,
you think it's
not
subtle?
Even a subtle way though.
Yeah,
not even subtle. I take that back.
That's a pretty aggressive move.
Right. I mean, and she says that Sweet Robin will not like that because Sweet Robin already thinks he wants him dead, which he's probably right. And, for him to put that prominent of the shield, you got to say he's making a bold statement, a very bold statement. And it was just done. So was it like, Liza died and he decided now I could paint this and that's why it's only on his shield? Like, I'm trying to figure out, it had to be recent because he couldn't get all the other things that would show your signia. Mm-hmm. He couldn't get it on his surcoat. He didn't get it on his trappings. So he only got it on the shield. So I'm guessing that's like brand new.
Right. So the question becomes, who told him to do that?
Exactly.
Who put it in his ear?
Who put it in his ear? Was it the Waynwoods? Was it Littlefinger? Like, was it the Royces? I don't know. There's so much going on. So when George writes, I think you guys know this as well as I do. Right now, he wants us focusing on Harry and Alayne. It's all the other stuff happening, though, that you got to pay attention to. Like what the Waynwoods are saying. Who's talking to the Waynwoods? It's not all about Harry and Sansa, but he makes you think that's what you have to pay attention to. So it's the little things that he adds that makes him brilliant. So Sir Wallace said, "Are we the last?" "You are, sirs," replied Miranda Royce, taking absolutely no notice of his stammer. When will the tilts commence?" "Oh, soon, I pray," said Randa. "Some of the competitors have been here for almost a moon's turn, partaking of my father's meat and mead, all good fellows and very brave, but they do eat rather a lot." The Waynwoods laughed, and even Harry the heir cracked a thin smile. "It was snowing in the passes, else we would have been here sooner," said Lady Anya. "I call bullshit on that too."
You got to scroll up, Scott.
Why? Where am I?
Because you're at the very next page where it's like it's snowing in the passes, and it doesn't reflect on the screen. The only thing that
yeah, it's right there.
Where?
At the top.
The very top. I actually passed it. It's right here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that part. I'm sorry.
Pay attention. Okay. Speak amongst yourself. I got to kiss my. Oh, great saying that with my little ones here. Thanks. Speak amongst yourselves for a second.
do 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 do.
Yeah.
I love how we can all.
Yeah. What do you love?
Nope. Never mind, Scott. Let's go ahead and start reading.
Okay, then. So, couple things already right here. I call BS. The Waynwoods lands are one of the closest houses to the Eyrie, and they don't have to go all the way up. They're coming to the Gate of the Moon. So why did it take them so long? What do you guys think? Do you guys have any ideas why they're saying it took so long? They would have been here sooner because they're like people have been there for a month and they're just getting there.
Well, they probably just finished conspiring. I mean, yeah, that's a good catch though, but I didn't notice that they were probably being deceitful here.
Well, could it be Lady Anya knows everybody's going to want a piece of Harry? So, like, to protect him, to keep him away from Littlefinger, to keep him away from, because she is opposing Littlefinger, and Littlefinger wants to marry him to his daughter. So, like, were they there a month later, even though they're one of the closest houses to the Eyrie? Like, did she hold them back so people didn't have a month to get into Harry's ears?
That's an interesting point.
Damn, that's a good point.
I'm just wondering. When we read it last week, I felt so like I wasn't paying attention when we were reading last week. And it was like after I listened to back and I'm like, wait a minute, like I missed a couple things. And I also listened to other people's thoughts on this, but not too much because I don't want to be like thinking what they're thinking. I want to think about because we're a free flow, but that's one of those ones that makes sense, right?
It does. I mean, especially if you want to make a grand entrance, you want all of the attention on you. This is one way to do it.
Oh, yeah, that too. That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. To make sure everybody sees the heir coming.
Yes.
That's a really good idea. Left alone with a big fat fanny, she was such a naughty nanny. Okay, I have no clue where the hell you people are going. It could have been Harry's idea too. He clearly doesn't want to marry Alayne. That too. He could have said, I don't want to have more time than I need with this. Because I mean, in his mind, she's a bastard.
Yeah.
And he's the heir of the Eyrie, and he has to marry a bastard. That must piss him off.
And Littlefinger's bastard.
Yeah, exactly. But we move on. So had we known such beauty awaited us at the gates, we would have flown. Sir Roland said, though his words were addressed to Miranda Royce, he smiled at Alayne as he said them. To fly, you would need wings, Randa replied, and there are some knights here who might have a thing to say concerning that. I look forward to spirited discussions. Sir Roland swung down from his horse, turning to Alayne and smiled. I had heard that Lord Littlefinger's daughter was fair of face and full of grace, but no one ever told me that she was a thief. You wrong me, sir. I am no thief. Sir Roland placed his hand over his heart. Then how do you explain this hole in my chest from where you stole my heart? God, if that was so easy, pickup lines, man. Jeez.
I know, right?
He is only teasing you, my lady, stammered Sir Wallace. My nephew never had a heart. The Waynwood's wheel has a broken spoke, and we have my nuncle here. Sir Roland gave Wallace a whap behind the ears. Squires should be quiet when knights are speaking. Sir Wallace reddened. I am no more squire, my lady. My nephew knows full well that I was dubbed, Alayne suggests gently. Dubbed, said Sir Wallace gratefully. Rob would be his age. If he were still alive, she could not help but think, but Rob died a king, and this is just a boy. So even though Sir Wallace is Roland's uncle, Sir Wallace is 17 or 18. Roland is 25. My Lord Father has assigned you rooms in the East Tower, Lady Miranda was telling Lady Waynwood, but I fear your knights will need to share a bed. The gates of the moon were never meant to house so many noble visitors. You are in the Falcon Tower, Sir Harold. Alayne put in, far away from Sweet Robin. That was intentional. She knew Peter Baelish did not leave such things chance. If it pleases you, I will show you to your chambers myself. This time her eyes met Harry's. She smiled just for him and said a silent prayer to the maiden. Please, he doesn't need to love me. Just make him like me. Just a little. That would be enough for now. Sir Harold looked down at her coldly. Why should it please me to be escorted anywhere by Lord Littlefinger's bastard? All three Waynwoods looked at him askance, whatever. You are a guest here, Harry, Lady Anya reminded him in a frosty voice. See that you remember that. A lady's armor is her courtesy. Alayne could feel the blood rushing to her face. No tears, she prayed. Please, please, I must not cry. As you wish, sir. And now, if you will excuse me, Littlefinger's bastard must find her Lord Father and let him know that you have come, so we can begin the tourney on the morrow. And may your horse stumble, Harry, there, so you fall on your stupid head in the first tilt. She showed the Waynwoods a stone face as they blurted out awkward apologies for their companion. When they were done, she turned and fled. Near the keep, she ran headlong into Sir Lothar Brune and almost knocked him off his feet. Harry the heir, Harry the arse, I say. He's just some up-jump squire. Alayne was so grateful that she hugged him. Thank you. Have you seen my Lord Father, sir? Down in the vault, Sir Lothar said, inspecting Lord Nestor's granary with Lord Grafton and Lord Belmore. The vaults were large and dark and filthy. Alayne lit a taper and clutched her skirt as she made the descent. Near the bottom, she heard Lord Grafton's booming voice and followed. The merchants are clamoring to buy, and the lords are clamoring to sell, the Gull Towner was saying when she found them. Though not a tall man, Grafton was wide with thick arms and shoulders. His hair was a dirty blonde mop. How am I to stop them, my lord? Post guardsmen on the docks. If need be, seize the ships. How does not matter so long as no food leaves the Vale. These prices, though, protested Fat Lord Bellamore, these prices are more than fair. Yeah, you say more than fair, my lord. I say less than we would wish. Wait, if need be, buy the food yourself and keep it stored. Winter is coming. Price must go higher. Perhaps, said Bellamore doubtfully. Bronze Jans will not wait, Grafton complained. He needs not ship through Gulltown. He has his own ports. Whilst we are hoarding our harvest, Royce and the other Lords Declarant, that's the people that are going against Littlefinger, will turn theirs into silver. You may be sure of that. Let us hope so, said Peter. When their granaries are empty, they will need every scrap of their silver to buy sustenance from us. And now, if you will excuse me, my lord, it would seem my daughter has need of me. Lady Anya, Lord Grafton said, you look bright-eyed this morning. You are too kind to say so, my lord. Father, I am sorry to disturb you, but I thought you would want to know that the Waynwoods have arrived. And is Sir Harold with them? Horrible Sir Harold, he is. Lord Bellamore laughed. I never thought Royce would let him come. Is he blind or merely stupid? He is honorable. Sometimes it amounts to the same thing. If he denied the lad the chance to prove himself, it could create a rift between them. So why not let him tilt? The boy is no wise skilled enough to win a place among the winged knights. I suppose not, said Bellamore grungily. Lord Grafton kissed Alayne on the hand, and the two lords went off, leaving her alone with her lord father. So, why wouldn't Lord Royce want to let Harry try to become a knight? Or try to become a winged knight?
Jayne?
Yes.
You there?
I'm here.
Okay.
What is going on? Okay, so
Domo rigato, Mr. Roboto, Domo.
He's so laughing even a
Domo.
robot. It wasn't that bad.
You know what? I'm going through my phone now, people. I'm going through my god dang phone. There goes your pretty picture, everyone. Jerks.
You are terrible.
Just answer the damn question according
Okay,
to
what was
Christie.
the question?
That's you! You're the one who put the robots, you son of a...
I'm sorry.
Yes, Christie, I would love if you read.
I said that 5 minutes ago.
I'm on a separate tab. I couldn't see. You need to speak out and say, brah, you're robotic.
Oh, that's a good point.
You're going on my list, Christie.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Remember, sir, I'm a member.
Rennie, you're
I'm a
going there
member.
too.
I'm a member of your
You
channel.
are a member.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, I got to let it pass.
You gotta let it pass. Oh, God. Okay, what was the question?
Anywho, okay, so I can't help it now. God, my streams suck. Waymar Royce doesn't want Harry competing in the tilt.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's scared that he'll win his wings and be part of the Winged Knights for Lord Robin for 3 years. Is that why he doesn't want him there? Because he said,
I can see that because scared to maybe because Harry has the potential to have more influence than they're wanting him to have. So
Okay.
that's always a fair point. I mean, what the heck was that?
What are you having? Freaking Tostitos? Were those the Tostitos? Jayne?
That wasn't me.
No, it's my phone.
No. Oh, it's your phone. Oh, there's a little thing called the silent button, okay? We are professionals, Jayne. Professionals.
Occasionally.
Occasionally, right? Are you going to read, Christie?
Sure.
All right, we're not done. No.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
Jayne?
Okay, you're waiting on my opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you stop texting whoever you're texting and come back?
Basically. So basically this. I do think that he's concerned about him being one of the knights. Obviously, you don't want him off the board for 3 years. This is a competitor for the ruler of the Eyrie. So, I mean, it's not like that's something you want to happen. But at the same time, you don't want to make him a target. And that could go back to your earlier question of why did it take so long for him to get there?
Yeah, that's true. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry that now you have better internet, but I remember a time when you couldn't upload a goddamn video, Tommy. So shut up.
You sound like you're underwater, though.
Because it sounds like I'm all muffled and shit.
You sound perfectly clear.
Now I do.
don't understand why is that when you're reading like you're talking to
Every
us
time.
right now.
Every
Clear
time.
as a bell. Every damn time.
I never learned to read.
Jayne said she'll be back.
Okay. So there was a couple other things. Now I can't even remember what the hell I read. Littlefinger being Littlefinger, hoarding the grain to sell it in the winter. I do like how he says winter is coming.
I do too.
Bye, Jayne. So I thought that was cool. God, this is a shit show. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. Please hit like because no one else will. Thank you.
I thank you very much. I hit that like button.
Hey, we're up to 24 likes.
Yay!
Yay, us. Let's maybe try to get to 30, guys. Feel free to join Sporking News Podcast because, it's worth it.
Did you leave off with the winged knights at the top of the page?
Let me see where it is. He's horrible. Yeah. I suppose. No, go down right after the guys kissed her hand and left. So it's on this page right here. I suppose not, said Lord Granny kissed her hand. Yeah. We left off after that.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to turn off my camera and listen. Jerks.
Okay. And y'all can hear me butcher these names.
It'll be great.
Okay. I suppose not, said Belmore grudgingly. Lord Grafton kissed Alayne on the hand, and the two lords went off, leaving her alone with her lord father. Come, Peter said, walk with me. He took her by the arm and led her deeper into the vaults, past an empty dungeon. And how was your first meeting with Harry the Heir? He's horrible. The world is full of horrors, sweet. By now you ought to know that. You've seen enough of them. Yes, but why must he be so cruel? He called me your bastard right in the yard, in front of everyone. So far as he knows, that's who you are. This betrothal was never his idea, and Bronze Jan had no doubt warned him about my wiles. My daughter, he does not trust you, and he believes that you're beneath him. Well, I'm not. He may think that he's some great knight, but Sir Lothar says that he's just some up-jumped squire. Peter put his arms around her. So he is, but he is Robert's heir after all. Bringing Harry here was the first step in our plan. But now we need to keep him, and the only way you can do that, he has a weakness for a pretty face. And whose face is prettier than yours? Charm him, entice him, bewitch him. How old is Sansa in this? Scott?
Coming back. Sansa is 12, 13.
Oh my.
She's a lady. She's a woman.
I know.
This is a medieval setting, but yeah, Littlefinger's a freaking creep. right?
Yeah, he is. I'm sorry. I had to stop at that. So, I mean, I'll keep reading, but just let me know when you want to stop to talk about something.
Oh no,
or just
I will. I think that. I mean, that was a good place to stop to just call him a creep. I like that. Yeah. Rennie's saying 13. That look was for another monster saying, share the stream like it's Tyrion's first wife.
Oh no. Another monster.
That is horrible. Hey, she got paid. All right, we'll go on.
Jesus, take the wheel. Oh.
Jesus, take the wheel now. Jesus of the wild frontier.
We still have 9 damn pages of this chapter.
Yeah, there's going to be a part 3 to this one. Don't worry. Keep going.
I don't know how she
said she's back.
Hi, Jayne.
Hey.
I'll
Everything
never
okay?
be working.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Thank you, Brutal Morningwood. I hope you never leave me, Brutal Morningwood. Can you check that I am not a robot button on the other site, Scott? What? I can never order things because of that. Thanks a lot, Rennie, for telling everyone.
This is a story sounding better to me now. Hookers and everything. Fucking hell, Tommy.
I love this chat. Hey, look, we are an open A Song of Ice and Fire group. You know how some are a little closed. None of them have reached out to me. So if you're one of the big time A Song of Ice and Fire people, you want a little free spirit on your channel on one of your live streams, give me a call. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so let me get back to the page. Oh, I think you do, said Littlefinger, with one of those smiles that didn't reach his eyes. You will be the most beautiful woman in the hall tonight, as lovely as your lady mother at your age. I cannot seat you on the dais, but you'll have a place of honor above the salt, and underneath a wall sconce, a wall, whatever.
Sconce.
The fire will be shining in your hair, so everyone will see how fair of face you are. Keep a good long spoon on hand to beat the squires off, sweetling. You will not want green boys underfoot when the knights come round to beg you for a favor. Who would ask to wear a bastard's favor? Harry, if he has the wits of the gods, gave a goose, but do not give it to him. Choose some other gallant and favor him instead. You do not want to seem too eager. No, Alayne said. Lady Waynwood will insist that Harry dance with you. I can promise you that much. That will be your chance. Smile at the boy. Touch him when you're speaking. Tease him to pique his pride. If he seems to be responding, tell him that you are feeling faint and ask him to take you outside for a breath of fresh air. No knight could refuse such a request from a fair maiden. Oh my God. Jesus. Yes, she said, but he thinks I'm a bastard, a beautiful bastard, and the Lord Protector's daughter. Peter drew her close and kissed both of her cheeks. The night belongs to you, sweetling. Remember that always. I'll try, Father, she said.
Ugh.
I know. Disgusting and creepy.
That is so disgusting.
He's such a scumbag.
I just seriously. I mean, that's so creepy.
Think about it. The only time you ever see Littlefinger not act like Littlefinger is the first time he met Sansa, and it was because of her red hair. Mm-hmm. He lost his shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything to add just with him just trying to entice? Well, we already said that, but it's so creepy.
He's just projecting onto Harry what he wishes he could express himself.
Oh, which makes it
my God. Much more sick when you think about it.
You're so right. He's totally saying what he wants her to do to him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. What a creeper.
Yep. So anyway, the feast proved to be everything her father promised. 64 dishes were served in honor of the 64 competitors who had come so far to contest for silver wings before their lord. From the rivers and the lakes came pike and trout and salmon. From the sea crabs and cod and herrings. Ducks there were, and capons, and peacocks in their plumage, and swines in almond milk. Suckling pigs were served up crackling with apples in their mouths. And 3 What? I'm sorry.
What?
I don't what?
Aurochs?
Auroch and 3 huge aurochs were roasted whole above fire pits in the castle yard, since they were too big to get through the kitchen doors. Loaves of hot bread filled the trestle tables in Lord Nestor's hall, and massive wheels of cheese were brought up the vaults. The butter was fresh churned, and there were leeks and carrots, roasted onions, beets, turnips, parsnips, and best of all, Lord Nestor's cooks prepared a splendid, sultry lemon cake in the shape of the giant's lance.
Okay, stop there for 1 second.
Okay.
Who made that lemon cake? Who made the lemon cake?
Lord Nestor's cooks.
Okay, is Lord Nestor Miranda's father, right?
I think so.
What's Sansa? Sansa Stark's favorite thing in the world.
Lemon cake.
Cakes.
They know she is Alayne.
They know.
They know Sansa. They know for a fact that was the giveaway for me right there.
Yeah.
That he made sure they made a massive lemon cake because they know it's Sansa.
Yeah.
Wow.
And look at the very bottom. She's like, for me, Alayne thought, as they wheeled it out. Sweet Robin loved lemon cake.
She's so dense.
She's a moron.
She really is.
She really is.
Okay. The cake had required. Am I still reading? You want me to stop?
Yeah. No, go on till we get through all the food and stuff.
Why did he have to talk about all of that food? I'm so
because in all that food he snuck in a sign to tell you the Royces know it's Sansa. He does all of that just to put the lemon cake.
Mm-hmm.
He really does that. He hides things, and like why should we know a list of food? Why should we know all the clothing and flags and this and that of who's competing? Because he hides things in there, and it's like if you don't pay attention, you're never going to see it. So pay attention. God damn it,
sir. Yes, sir.
So the Auroch, what is it? An Auroch? Also known as Urus or Uri, is an extinct species of large wild cattle that inhabited Asia, Europe, and North Africa. Thank you, Jayne.
And Tommy's just like, that fat bastard was hungry. That's why.
He does, he gets very detailed when it comes to food. We know.
He really does. He really does. But I'm telling you, there's always something hiding in there.
Yeah.
Hey, accidental tourist. Thanks for being here, brother. All right. Let us proceed. Yes.
Okay. The cake had required every lemon in the Vale, but Peter had promised that he would send to Dorne for more. There were gifts as well, splendid gifts. Each of the competitors received a cloak of cloth of silver, and a laspis brooch in the shape of a pair of falcon wings. Fine steel daggers were given to the brothers, fathers, and friends who had come to watch them tilt. For their mothers, sisters, and ladies fair, there were bolts of silk and Mirish lace. Lord Nestor has an open hand, Alayne heard Sir Edmund Breakstone say. An open hand and a little finger, Lady Waynwood replied, with a nod towards Peter Baelish. Breakstone was not slow to take her meaning. The true source of this largesse was not largesse. Never heard that word before. Was not Lord Nestor.
God, we really Jayne's the only one that could read. I think.
I know.
Me and you suck.
Lord Nestor, fucking hell, my fucking cat. When was the last course that was served and cleared? The tables were lifted from their trestles to clear the floor for dancing and music that were brought in. Are there no singers? Asked Bill Colton. I can't. My cat is like right here. She just knocked over. Can y'all start?
All right, hold on. So if Littlefinger is the one that provided all the food, is my last statement incorrect? Did Littlefinger place that there? So the lemon cake thing, like, did he request it? We don't know that. Or did the Royces just, because they had all that product or money to buy the product, did that?
Did they get the money from him?
Bye, Christie. You son of a gun. Thanks a lot. I got it. I'll read it on my phone.
But is your question, is Littlefinger the one who's paying for it?
Well, he is, right?
Or is he the one who's totally arranging every dish?
Everything. Yeah. Is he arranging the dishes? Was it him?
He could be, but that would explain the lemon cake.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, if this is a reliable interpretation of what's happening.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Just because they think that Littlefinger's behind it doesn't mean that he actually is.
Right. That's true. They're assuming he's behind everything. Now, I wouldn't doubt he's paying for it, but I'm still definitely betting the Royces put that lemon cake thing in there because they know. Because don't forget that ride down from the Eagle's Nest or whatever the castle is on the top of the Erie down to the Moon Gate, Bloody Gate, you know that gate. Miranda was just drilling Sansa with questions, and Sansa kept stumbling and sounding like Sansa, like talking about things Alayne would never understand, but Sansa would because she knows lords and ladies, things like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I really think the Royces definitely know who she is.
Fucking hell, that damn cat.
Yeah, I hate vats.
No, you knocked over my damn computer.
Well, the cat was headed.
Yeah, I mean, show your. I was about to say something horrible.
Don't do it. Don't say it.
No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah.
So are there singers? Is that where I left off?
Yeah.
Are there no singers? Asked Ben Coldwater. The little lord cannot abide them. Sir Lyman Linderly replied, not since Marillion. That was the man who murdered Lady Lysa. Yes, Alayne spoke up. His singing pleased her greatly, and she showed him too much favor, perhaps. When she wed my father, he went mad and pushed her through the moon door. Lord Robert has hated singing ever since. He's still very fond of music, though. As am I, Coldwater said. Rising, he offered Alayne his hand. Would you honor me with a dance, my lady? You're very kind, she said, as he led her to the floor. He was her first partner of the evening, but far from the last. Just as Peter promised, the young knights flocked around her, vying for her favor. After Ben came Andrew Tollet, handsome Sir Byron, red-nosed Sir Morgoth, and Sir Sadrich, the Mad Mouse. I'm horrible at pronouncing these.
The Mad Mouse knows she's Sansa. I know it.
Then Sir Albert Royce, Miranda's stout dull brother, and Lord Nestor's heir. She danced with all three Sunderlands, none of whom had webs between their fingers, though she could not vouch for their toes.
She falls for everything. She's a moron.
She really is. Uthershet appeared to pay her slimy compliments as he trod upon her feet, but Sir Tygan the half-wild proved to be the soul of courtesy. After that, Sir Roland Wayman swept her up and made her laugh with mocking comments about half of the knights in the hall. His Uncle Wallace took a turn as well and tried to do the same, but the words would not come. Alayne finally took pity on him and to begin chatter happily to spare him the embarrassment. When the dance was done, she excused herself and went back to her place to have a drink of wine. And there he stood, Harry the heir himself, tall, handsome, scowling. Lady Alayne, may I partner you? May I partner you in this dance? It's a weird thing to say. So here we go, guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. She considered it for a moment. No, I don't think so. Color rose his cheeks. I was unforgivingly rude to you in the yard. You must forgive me. Must? She tossed her hair, took a sip of wine, made him wait. How can you forgive someone who is unforgivingly rude? Will you explain that to me, sir? Sir Harold looked shocked or looked confused. Please, one dance. Charm him, entice him, bewitch him. If you insist. He nodded, offered his arm, led her out to the floor. As they waited for the music to resume, Alayne glanced at the dais, where Lord Robert was sat staring at them. Please, she prayed, don't let him start to twitch and shake. Not here, not now. Maester Coleman would have made certain that he drank a strong dose of sweet milk before the feast, but even so. Then the music took up a tune, and she was dancing. Say something, she urged herself. You will never make Sir Harry love you if you don't have the courage to talk to him. Should she tell him what a good dancer he is? No, he's probably heard that a dozen times tonight. Besides, Peter said that I should not seem to hear. Instead, she said, I have heard that you are about to be a father. What? It was not something most girls would say to their almost betrothed, but she wanted to see if Sir Harold would lie. For the second time, my daughter Elise is 2. Your bastard daughter, Alice. Alayne thought, but what she said was that one has a different mother, though. Yes, Sissy was a pretty thing when I tumbled her, but childbirth left her as fat as a cow. So Lady Anya arranged for her to marry one of her men-at-arms. It is different when Saffin. Saffin? Alayne tried not to laugh. Truly? Lord Harold had the grace to blush. Her father said she is more precious to him than gold. He's rich, the richest man in Goldtown. A fortune in spices. What will you name the babe? She asked. Cinnamon, if she's a girl. Cloves, if he's a boy. That almost made him stumble. My Lady Jeps? Oh no. Peter will howl when I tell him what I said. Saffron is very beautiful, but I have you know, tall and slim with big brown eyes and hair like honey. Alayne raised her head. More beautiful than me? Sir Harold studied her face. You are comely enough, I grant you. When Lady Anya first told me of this match, I was afraid that you might look like your father. Little pointy beard and all, Alayne laughed. I never meant... I hope you joust better than you talk. For a moment, he looked shocked. But as the song was ending, he burst into laugh. No one told me you were clever. He has good teeth, she thought, straight and white. And when he smiles, he has the nicest dimples. She ran one finger down his cheek. Should we ever wed, you'll have to send Saffron back to her father. I'll be all the spice you'll want. He grinned. What? Send Saffron back to her father?
I mean, think about, she's 13 years old, and she keeps thinking about what Littlefinger will think. Like, oh, I can't wait to tell my dad how I slutted myself out. There's a lot of echo, Christie, so if you could just mute when you're not talking, that'd be great.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Just don't do it ever again. But no.
She's a member.
Oh, she is a member. Echo away, buddy. Echo away. Yeah, what it's disturbing how she's fallen into Littlefinger's game. Like you girls, oh my God, you women, panelists, persons were saying before, it's like, when will she learn that she needs to be the game player, not part of the game of somebody else's game. You know what I mean? Like she's a pawn. She needs to be a queen.
She's literally a pawn. She's being the pawn. She's embracing being the pawn. Oh, she loves it though. This lifestyle, this fake character that she's playing is what she's
Right.
always wanted to be.
I know.
It's insane.
I don't.
But she's incredibly
Sorry.
happy with it. You know, she loves
Right.
him. She's falling deeper and deeper for him.
She
He doesn't
like
know.
yeah, she has straight teeth.
Dimples.
Oh, his dimples when he smiles.
This is politics. This is
Yeah.
your life is at stake.
Yeah. I am shocked she didn't go in. Like, she almost thinks, what wouldn't Sansa say? And she goes for it. So, like, this isn't using her courtesy as a shield. This is using her sexuality as her, like, weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap. Boom. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. What, anybody else? Oh, the queen is here. Amber, how are you? And the memes of destruction. Another great channel. Ord's board hit 600 today, my boy, my friend. Thank you, everybody that subbed Ord's board. If you haven't subbed Ord's, please do. Trying to get our boy past 1,000 because he deserves it. He's one of the best, and he'll be a regular if he wants to be on my Saturday show. So get used to him. Hail Sporky News, hail Jayne Theory, hail according to Christie, hail chat, Snatchface, the fool. Feels like old times when you're here. All right. So we want to finish this. How far are we, Christie?
This is like, it's almost done. Am I still echoing?
Okay.
No.
Only when I talk. So don't worry
okay.
about it. It's not even that bad anymore. I don't hear it.
Okay.
So go ahead and finish this off, and then we'll finish talking about it.
He has good teeth, she thought, straight and white. And when he smiles, he has the nicest dimples. She ran one finger down his cheek. Should we ever wed, you'll have to send Saffron back to her father. I'll be all the spice you'll want. He grinned. I will hold you to that promise, my lady. Until that day, may I wear your favorite in the tourney. You may not. It is promised to another. She was not sure who as yet, but she knew she would find someone. Oh, damn.
Yeah, she's feeling it now.
Mm-hmm.
She's feeling it now. That's the end of the chapter, right? Okay. So yeah. In a way, though, she's taking control. In a way,
But she's only taking
like
control in becoming the character that she was told to become, though. Like
right.
she's making Littlefinger proud. That's not what she should be doing right now.
No, I agree.
Shit, I'm muted. Sorry. Yeah.
I started talking. I was like, shit, I'm muted.
Yeah, me too. So where do we think Alayne's going? Like, she's definitely got his interest right now. She at least won this round, you know? Like, she piqued his interest because, again, she's using her sexuality as a weapon now. And that's all because Littlefinger is the pimp of pimps. I mean, think about what he did to her friend Jane Poole.
Go ahead,
Christy.
I was just going to say, I'd take a comment. The Islington girl says she's playing herself into a trap. No one is on her side.
Right.
I truly do believe that. I think that people may...
Robin is the only one on her side. And if she learns to wield Sir Robin, Lord of the Eyrie, she can wield massive power. She just doesn't realize it.
You're right.
Well, I mean, she doesn't even understand her own power as a Stark. That's the thing that keeps throwing me off in this entire situation. I just don't understand how that is getting past her. That by being herself, she's actually in a stronger position. But she does have
she can't be, though. Can she?
I think she could. I think the only reason she thinks she can't is because of what Littlefinger is telling her. Because he's playing his own sort of bigger game. He's playing this long game. And then, you mentioned Robin. He is her ally. He loves her. He wants to support her. He'll do anything she says. But the reason why she's not relying on him, not even just using, but trusting him, is because of what Littlefinger is telling her. He's telling her the exact opposite of what the direction she should be headed in. And she doesn't even ask any questions about why. Why is he trying to get me to do this? How does this benefit him, you know?
Right.
Am I truly benefiting? Like, she's just not asking.
Like, why is he doing this all for me?
Right.
Why is he doing this?
What does he get out of it?
Does she really believe it's because he was her mother's friend? That's like, she's a moron if she believes that. I don't know
how she could. Well, he was there with her father, and her father is dead. So why would you trust anyone who was around at that time?
Exactly. And no one ever in the months after she was stuck in King's Landing, she never found that out, that Littlefinger turned on her father. No one whispered that to her. Like, I find it hard. I know she was a captive, but not to learn that information, or is it just she didn't want to learn any of that information?
Well, I mean, you always see like her when we read her thoughts a little bit. She's not as, I mean, I think she really is stupid and naive, but she gets it. But it's at the same time, it's like, girl, you need to speed up your thought process, or your shit's gonna go down. And I mean,
no, it's well said.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. I feel like it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and part of me thinks it's not gonna get better. I want this to turn around for her. I don't know. She's so far. She's so deep into it after everything that's happened.
She can't see.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing, though. I mean, obviously, it's because of the story. But who's to say she's not? She should be able to say, "Hey, I am Sansa Stark." There's people that already suspect it. People, and they could get rid of Littlefinger because even though he is Lord Protector and stuff like that, he really that's his only tie was his marriage to Lysa. That's it. And it's just, I get it. It's just for the story.
But nobody likes him. Nobody likes him.
Nobody.
Not at all. And don't forget this. So, her aunt fell through the moon door. Lysa fell through the moon door. Mm-hmm. One of Sansa's shoes went out the moon door too. Mm-hmm. The people that would have cleaned up the body and found it are the Royces, because that's where it would land, near the gate. So if they have that shoe, they know she's involved. Right. So they could easily like threaten her to be like, we know you're Sansa Stark. We know you were involved in the killing of your aunt. Like, they can control her if they want. I'm wondering why they're waiting. Because
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Don't forget, her shoe went out the moon door. So someone,
if she could still turn that on to
self-defense,
or she was forced, or she was threatened.
Well, like in the show, they kind of did that. Remember, she like admits to being Sansa Stark. Do you think that might happen?
I think so, and I think so. I just don't know when. The show, to the credit for the show, even though season 6 had its moments, I do think that Winterfell. I don't want to say it's being taken how the Knights of the Vale came in and stuff like that. I do think something like that will hopefully happen, but the thing that I'm not sure of is if Littlefinger will be around at the end. I mean, that's Scott. I think you're muted.
Bitch. Think about this. I said something so wise too. I'm sorry you guys missed that.
No, the only thing I saw was, oh shit.
Yeah, that was definitely there. So think about this though. Littlefinger is in control of her. Littlefinger is playing this perfectly. Like, really, why would someone who's the heir to the Eyrie marry a bastard? I don't know if he ever plans on them actually being married. What he's doing is that Sansa falls for the game of love. She believes in all the singers and all the stories. He is playing her perfectly because she is so focused on Harry. She doesn't see anything else going on. She doesn't see that Miranda held her back so she can go with her because Miranda probably wants to marry one of the Waynewoods now that Harry's off the board. You know, like she doesn't realize the Waynewoods were focusing on her. All she is focused on is what Littlefinger, the idea of like a love story, he fed her what she wanted to hear.
Right.
And maybe he'll never marry her, but he's playing the game to make her think that. Because think about it, if he becomes one of Lord Aaron's winged knights, I don't think they take like a chastity thing, but will they marry in 3 years while he's being service to the Lord? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
And Littlefinger will have people throw the events to make sure whoever he wants there will be the last date. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. I don't know that there's, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that either one of them will survive this. Or at least I don't think the plan is for either one of them to survive this.
Mm-hmm.
But, so this relationship that's being cultivated, you're saying that it's a diversion essentially for her.
Yeah. Yep.
And by his mere presence, he's making Sweet Robin more and more sick, or at least unstable, because he has these thoughts in his head that this guy is trying to either kill him or take his place. So he's deteriorating.
And take his girl now. Make sure he sees them dancing. Like,
right.
Yep.
Littlefinger thinks deep. Like, so Tina says here, what do we think Sansa's final goal is? Does she even have a goal, you know, to marry the heir and then reveal who she really is? Or will she stay Alayne forever?
I think she's being fed the idea that she will reveal herself at some point.
Right.
But I don't think that that's actually going to happen if Littlefinger has his way.
And, you know, Rennie says Sansa has always been about power, but not like power to rule, just power over others. Like, she always wanted her sisters and friends to be kneeling to her as queen. It's not like she wants to have the power to run the North or run the Eyrie. She just wants to be the queen that gives babies and is treated like a queen, respected like a queen. But I don't think she actually wants the power that comes with that. I don't think she even understands how to use the power that comes with that.
There better not be a damn Queen Sansa. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I don't know how there would be at this point, because she's all she wants. Like you said, she just wants to be the lady, the queen, the princess.
You always have to go back to the direwolves. What was her direwolf's name? Lady. I mean, I know it sounds kind of cheesy. Well, yeah, that too. But I know it kind of sounds cheesy. But I mean, even though Lady was just a pup or not as older as the others when she was killed, but
died young. You know, you got Robin and her could really out Littlefinger if she had a real plan. Absolutely. Those Knights of the Vale would be waiting for her to give them a reason to condemn Littlefinger.
Exactly.
She is. She's stuck too far. Wow, you have it all right there. She is stuck too far in the web. She really is.
All she needs to do is wake up, though. That's the thing. Like, she needs a wolf dream, but she has no wolf. That's the problem. She needs something to open her third eye.
And that's something I was thinking about. Open her third eye. What could she ever warg something? Like, a warg is someone who only goes into a wolf, but could she skin change into another animal? Like, she has the power if only the third eye is forced open, because she'll never open it on her own. Right.
And usually that opens through suffering.
Right.
Which you would think she has experienced, but she's so delusional that she doesn't even see when she's being harmed. Like, I don't understand. Even when Cersei was pressuring her to write the letter, she's thinking still about being queen.
Right.
Now she's being forced to be a whole other person, and she's still thinking about marriage. to this cute guy. It's just
Right.
It's insane.
So people are asking, how would they recognize the shoe? Well, in the Eagle's Nest, Sansa was the only young girl there. People have seen her dressed that day. A lot of people saw her that day. It might not be something obvious, but if they found a dead body and then you find some other article of clothing that isn't Liza's next to it, you're going to use that as, wait a minute, what is this? Was this like, I don't think they're going to think a shoe just end up at the bottom where the moon door drops people out. Like, well, I have a feeling they'll put one and one together. I don't know. Do you guys?
I think also about the fact that back then we see a lot of them, their clothing represented their house too in some way.
True.
So it could be coloring or embroidery or something showing a wolf.
Yep.
Well, like you said, Scott, like the little hens and stuff like that, I don't think it'll be a thing in the story, but I think it would be really cool if it was.
Right.
Just to have that, if they're cleaning it up and they see this and they're like, what the hell is this planning? And they're in her room and they're like, wait, why does that look familiar type thing? Something like that. I think that would be cool.
And even the
I do
material
too.
could have something to do with it as well.
You think Littlefinger didn't give her a material that's pricier than what an average household maid or servant would wear? So like either it was Liza or a 13-year-old girl. I'm guessing they probably don't have the same shoe size, so it would be something that the Lord Paramount's bastard daughter would wear and not something a servant would wear. So it would be something they could figure out. At least if they can't figure it out, it would pique their interest. Like, why is this near the body? Now, granted, a body would fall and the shoe might drift off, but I'm just saying it went out the moon door. There's a reason it went out the moon door. He doesn't just write things to write it. But he might just be using it as a tool to get us to think that. So you guys have a valid point. Adam Price says something great here. I think Sansa desperately wants to be in a place where there is a routine and she feels safe from violence. And we get that in this. This chapter where when they're running, she's like, I feel like I'm back in Winterfell, with Jane Poole and Arya chasing us. There was something I was going to put to that.
But it's just so consistent with her mindset, though, the entire time. She's constantly looking for this.
Right.
Even when she was in Winterfell, she still wanted this life.
Right.
And she was
that's what I was going to say. Christie brought up the idea of the shoe, like clothing meaning something. Mm-hmm. Miranda, when they first see Miranda, she's wearing a green jacket or cloak with a gray wool dress. The Waynwoods colors are green and gold, and they are part Stark, and they know it. And they know no one's in charge of Winterfell right now, and they might be vying to take the North because of marriage, because of their bloodline. Why would she be wearing a gray wool dress if not to represent that?
Yeah.
I think she knows this. I think Miranda, they know a lot. I mean, she's a Royce. They know that they have Stark blood, the Waynwoods. So that girl was plotting too. And that's something we notice, like just about clothing. It's important in the story.
And that's the thing, like people are saying they didn't notice her shoe or they wouldn't notice her shoes, but you would if it is consistent with what we've seen with these other houses and everybody wearing things unique to them, it would kind of stand out most likely. I mean, even in the show where they represented the dresses and the clothing really well, there were always little things in how people dressed that showed you who they were.
Right.
You could see the attire even without the person, and you would know whose house it belonged to.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Think about it. Littlefinger, again, is one of the richest guys. He's probably the richest guy in the Eyrie. He wants Alayne to Alayne's his bastard daughter, she would be wearing material, like you said, Jayne, material that an average person wouldn't be wearing, even in shoe form. So you're telling me they wouldn't suspect something, even if the shoe fell, 50 yards away. They're going to search when they find the Lady of the Eyrie dead. And they're going to find this shoe, and it's just going to make them think, why is this one shoe close to where the dead body was? I think it's going to be something. Just remember I said that, people. Keep it in your mind. I know you have to get going, Christie.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right. I just want to say hello to Tyler Mango. What up, brother? One of the original Fourth Wave fans. A great dude, too. So we'll close this up soon. I just wanted to read one or two more of these. The only person who would notice her shoes is Tyrion because he's closer to him. That's messed up. I wonder if George would wondering what to call her and saw his USB Sansa clip and thought this is a good name for a princess.
Should that have meaning?
Anyone?
I think we should know what that is, but right now I don't know.
I can't think of it. All right, guys, we're going to close this one up because I know you have to get going. I hope everyone had fun. One last one from a couple people here is the moon door might be where all princesses get rid of their shoes. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Jesus. If Sansa was herself and Littlefinger didn't hide her, he would have zero power in the Vale and his day would be numbered. It's so sad she can't see this. And I completely agree. Sansa has family. Sansa has power. People hate the Lannisters. She'd be able to win people over with her lady shield, not using her sexuality as a weapon. So, all right. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. It was a fun stream as always. We got how many likes out of this? 32. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you. And Christie, tell them where they can find you. Tell them how they can watch all your videos.
Well, since Jayne says, "Hey guys," I'm gonna be like, "Sup, assholes." Sup, assholes.
China asshole.
China is asshole.
I love that guy.
You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, according to Christie. If you like what I talk about, sub, like, whatever. My hours updated, only 13.
Oh,
13 hours?
It's gonna be tomorrow. Guys, run her live streams. Just run them.
Well, you have to remember though, YouTube, like it's the whole delay thing. So yeah.
I'm telling you, they'll automatically do it. Mine was I went to bed needing like 60 hours. I woke up monetized. So
yeah,
you'll get there.
Thank you as always for having me on, Scotty.
Thank you. Jayne, give them where they can get you.
Yes. Guys, you can find me here on YouTube where I post weekly movie and television reviews every Sunday at 6 Central, as well as some occasional pop culture news and commentary. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Thank you, Jayne. Thank you. Guys, I was planning on not having a Wednesday stream this week, but that's going to be probably next week. We're going to cancel it. So we will definitely have a stream to this Wednesday if people are able to go. So we'll be doing chapters 58, 59, and 60, I believe. So we'll figure that out later. I hope everyone has a good night. Take care, everybody. And remember, freedom isn't free. And Sansa